Hey, this is a way to make a podcast using Podomatic. So when you log into Podomatic, you will have to be careful because you'll have to, at the bottom, click Use Free Version so that you don't have to pay, because there's a free version that you can use, and it's perfectly acceptable for what we're doing. When you have created that, it'll ask you a lot of information about your podcast. So it'll be asking you the title of your podcast. It'll be asking you the episode description, a few different things to get you started on your podcast adventure. Once you're ready to record, because you've answered the questions that they ask you, and you'll get to this part where it says recording booth, and you'll say, let's do this. If you haven't checked your microphone, you'll probably want to take the test just to make sure your sound quality is good using your microphone, but I've already done that, so I'm going to skip it. All right, when I get in here, this one has a few select sound effects that you can use. This is probably outside of the audio recorder that's built into your Chromebook. This is probably like the second most simple podcast creator that I'm showing you how to use. But there's different sound effects. There's applause. There's a boing button, buzzer, crowd cheering, booing, crickets, drum rolling, old telephone, and somebody's snoring. Okay. Now, interesting thing about this one is that I'll press record, and then as I'm talking, or before, I can press these buttons to use in the recording. But when I'm recording it, you won't be able to hear it, and I won't be able to hear those sound effects. But they are going to be recorded along with your voice. So one way you could start your podcast, I guess, is through a crowd cheer. So I could start. Give me a countdown. I could start with a crowd cheering. So I can't hear them cheering, but they are cheering. And then when they're done cheering, I can say, well, welcome to the podcast. We're going to tell you lots of new things that you did not know about. All right. And then as you're finishing, maybe in the middle, you'll have the crowd boo at you. Boo. And then at the very end, maybe you'll have them clap for you again. They're really excited that it's over. So you'll press you're welcome. You'll press the stop button. And then this one you can resume. So if you just need to take a pause and get yourself back together, you can resume where you're at, or you can press finish. When you're finished, you can listen to it by pressing play. With this one, you can also change your speed, so you can make it go faster if you want to. If you want to speed it up, you can then save it when you're done, and then you can press publish recording. So it'll process your recording, in which will take a few minutes. It could take a few minutes. If it's longer, it'll take longer. If I'm right here at school, right by a router, so it goes pretty quick. But you'll have to tell what the title of your episode is. This is episode 2 for me, because I made one earlier. You can give a description. I'll press save and continue. Then audio, video, that's going to be the audio video you just recorded. So say, don't change my current selection. Then you're going to say photo. Do you want to add a photo that goes along with this episode? You can. Or you can say, I don't want to. I'm going to skip that this time. I think you should on your final one. You should definitely have a photo there. Tags, if there's anything you want to tag this podcast with, like words people might search for. And then you can press save and continue. And you'll press review and publish when you are finished. And then you'll press save and continue. All right, once it's done, you can click. There'll be a link here to say, click this link to see if your episode has been published. You will also get an email. Again, that email will tell you it's been published, and it'll have your link, so you can copy the link from there. You can, again, click the link there. it'll tell you whether or not it has been published. And you can also promote it if you click that button. But either button will take you to places where you can get the link, or like I said, you can just go to your email, and once it's been published, you can copy the link from that email and put it into Echo or wherever you are submitting your podcast. All right, thanks. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.